Welcome back to Perks Recap. We are back at it again, hitting the call. Let the Day Begin. Never heard of the call? Don't know the song? This was another suggestion from Brandon. He's been doing these like one-hit wonder types, or not too well-known artists, but with a big hit or some sort of a hit anyway. So being that, being the topic, I don't know what we're in for. So I'm just going to dive right in. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Real quick, if you want to be like Brandon and donate to the channel, definitely would appreciate that. Information for Venmo and PayPal is right there, and CashApp. And if you donate, I react to anything you want me to within reason. Anyway, here we go.
Perks Recap reaction.
Oh, this is 80s. I think it's 1989. Seems like it.
Here's to the babies in a brand new world. Here's to the beauty of the stars. Here's to the travelers on the open road. Here's to the dreamers in the bars. Here's to the teachers in the crowded rooms. Here's to the workers in the fields. Here's to the preachers of the sacred words. Here's to the drivers at the wheel. Here's to you, my little loves, with blessings from above. Now let the day begin.
Oh, this is just good music.
Here's to you, my little loves, with blessings from above. Now let the day begin. Let the day begin. Here's to the winners of the human race.
I like this. This is upbeat. I'm liking the guitar work. I really like the harmonizing in the background for the chorus. The video's old looking, and it's definitely 80s. The song is definitely 80s, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, right? So yeah, I'm really enjoying this. Hopefully you are too. And it's another one of these songs. 1989, I was a teenager. You would think I would have came across this, but I never did.
Here's to the losers in the game. Here's to the soldiers of the bitter war. Here's to the wall that bears their names. Here's to you, my little loves, with blessings from above. Now let the day begin. Here's to you, my little loves, with blessings from above. Let the day begin. Let the day begin. Let the day start. Hey!
Okay. Okay. Giving the bass some time here.
Here's to the doctors and their healing work. Here's to the loved ones in their care. Here's to the strangers on the streets tonight. Here's to the lonely everywhere. Here's to the wisdom from the mouths of babes. Here's to the lions in the cage. Here's to the struggles of the
there you have it. Let the day begin. I really, really liked that. I don't know. That song was good. It had a proper guitar solo in there. The chorus was catchy. The lyrics were really, really good. I was able to really understand them, and they weren't muddled at all. So I caught most of the lyrics. They caught, there's some deeper parts to it. But here's to you, like I didn't realize there's a lot of information here, and I got to get better at looking down and then looking back up. But so if I look down a little bit, I'm just reading, and I just want to give you the information on this band. Michael Bean is the lead vocalist till 1980 till 2000. Tom Ferrier, guitar and some background vocals as well. They are still together and touring. Now, Michael Bean passed away in 2010, but he was already not with the band. He had a heart attack in Belgium in 2010. But the remaining members of the band are still together to some degree, and I don't know if they're like touring or anything. But Tom Ferrier, like I said, was on guitar, and if he's the one that did the guitar solo, I think he is really, really good. I like that quite a bit. Now Greg Freeman was on bass, but only till for 4 years, 1980, 1984. So he's not really a big part of it. But Scott Musick he's on the drums, some background vocals, still right now part of the band, and Jim Goodwin, keyboards, some background vocals as well, and his credit is still all the way to present. So again, they're active to some degree presently. They found some old recordings with Michael Bean, his voice, and they are cleaning them up, or they did clean them up, and they released a new album in 2024. They were set to release a new album in 2024 with these recordings from Michael Bean on there. So that's kind of cool. There's even some recordings from before they were called The Call. They were called Reconciled and Into the Woods. No, I'm sorry, Reconciled. Those are the other names. I'm sorry. They were called Airtight and Motion Pictures. That's it. Airtight and Motion Pictures was the name before. Some of these recordings are for Michael Bean when he was with them, and they have some remasters of Reconciled Into the Woods. Those are studio albums, and all it says is "Welcome to My World" from the Lost Tapes, the Michael Bean Lost Tapes that they remastered and cleaned up and released for the first time. And it was on Spotify. It was released in 2024, and they said they were going to release an entire album. They had that much material, but it doesn't say if they ever did. All it says is this one song was released, "Welcome to My World," as a single off that album. But I don't know. The Lost Tapes was supposed to be the name of it. If you know about this album and you heard it, you like it or whatever, or just let me know the information on this album, because there's no information here about what's going on. Now, there's other things about this band that I didn't know. Al Gore used this song as one of his campaign songs when he was running for president in 2000. They've had Bono from U2, a lot of people like guest vocalists and guests on their albums that are like kind of mainstream people that you know. Simple Minds, Peter Gabriel, Simple Minds, Jim Kerr, Peter Gabriel. I mean, that's a big deal. So they're a lot bigger than I realized. This band is not a one-hit wonder that is not known and just kind of went into the ether after one song. They've got a couple of good songs. They've got a couple of commercial hits. And they have quite an extensive career that to some degree is still going right now. So I want to thank Brandon for the donation and the suggestion on this one. Once again, if you want to donate, I definitely would appreciate that. The only thing that's changed is I got to try to stay a little bit more truer to the channel in terms of the basis of this channel was learning more rock, hard rock, classic rock, blues, guitar, blues, guitar solos, that kind of stuff. And I want to focus on that at least for a little while. You know, so if you donate to the channel, I definitely would appreciate something in one of those genres. But I still will try to really, basically try to get to everything that people um, want me to react to, especially if you donate. And if you donate and you give me your reaction, I definitely will get to it. And again, if it's one in that genre, I guarantee I will get to it quicker. But anyway, I appreciate it. I appreciate Brandon and this suggestion. Hopefully, you enjoyed it as much as me. Sorry for all the information, but there was just a lot there, and this band, like I said, was a lot bigger than I thought. We did release the podcast, Major League Baseball podcast, the first one for the season. All of our predictions are out. That podcast, it was just released a few days ago. The baseball season just started a few days ago. If you like baseball, you might want to check that one out. Like I said, predictions, some laughs, and all kinds of good stuff is on there. Hopefully you enjoy that as well. Until next time, I will see you later.